All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today we continue on in Wildcard Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and our home team. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down, Bridgewater. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully. Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people, and right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Let's go now.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable. Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. So they elect to decline it. And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that. The intended receiver there, Allen. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level. They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain. Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot. He can run for it, and he will. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. 15 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6. And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Here's Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Mike 15. 22, Jet, Bubba. I'm 22. Jet, Bubba. I'm coming after you.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
There you go. Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15, all right? Here we go, D.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Kill. A little flare. Go. Slam. Hopper. Check 31. 36.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing, Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Allen, the intended receiver. But no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
You.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little?
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Pollard. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs. They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 62 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. A first down throw for Bridgewater. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A very good gain on first down. 9 yards on the dump-off. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Charger kicker Mike Badgley on 4th down, coming out to try the field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Ready? 56. Target. Mark 56. Mark 56. It's been a long day for you. Spot over.
2nd and 13. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Darren Lee in there to drop him for a loss on the play. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Second and 14. He's going to launch it for Washington. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 79 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Right there, 56. Time to go, night. Shift. Check the backer.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
First carry for James Conner. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Pull it together. Check.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. The intended receiver there, Allen.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Here's Jordan Berry now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe with a pick. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1. Watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
218, chop it.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Yeah, yeah. Protein spill.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of his end zone, Bridgewater gets it to Gordon. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
You better be afraid of me.
Bridgewater on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Pollard going to try the right side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. It got his man complete. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check, crunch, go.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Watch out. Check 50. No, go. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Any day. Hey, alert.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. Now a desperate, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Ready, ready. 70, Indy.
Hey, watch the leg.
Bravo.
49 to Mike. Watch 49. Let's go, baby. They turn it over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Snap.
Tannehill going to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's what I'm talking about. 7 up, day, baby. Go ahead and take a seat. You can't stop.
And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit, but they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.